Okay, shows we're live here. Are we live? My voice? Okay. And indeed, my voice can be heard. Alrighty, hello people of the internet. It is I, Solrak Dragon here, back with more Persona 5 Royal on a different day than my standard streams. Just know that for the foreseeable future of this good old month of October, that Mondays and Fridays are no longer, not Mondays and Fridays, Mondays and Wednesdays are no longer good for me to stream, so I've instead switched up my schedule. It will now be Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Very weird day cycle, kind of starting on Friday and ending on Tuesday for my week. Very weird. It's going to take some getting used to, but hopefully not for too long. It should only be for the month of October that it is affecting me. And I'm going to kick it off with Persona, just because Friday's stream is probably going to be Dark Souls, and then Sunday's stream, which is also my birthday, will probably be Fate. So, without further ado, let us get started with Persona here. We are on the night before we send the calling card to Sae and begin the raid on her palace. I don't remember what I was planning on doing. I know that I had a few confidants I could hang out with, and by a few, it means just Sojiro. Just Sojiro. We will go ahead and hit Chihaya up here real quick, though, and get Ohaya. Chihaya, so many yas. We'll use her to get Chihaya, or Ohaya, to the next little bit. Fortune reading.
What shall we do?
I do feel like I'm going to be cutting it very close with maxing out everybody, but I feel fairly confident. Especially with Chihaya at my side, meaning I don't have to spend useless days like I did with Hifumi. Oh, if I end up being short by one day, I'm going to be so pissed. Alright. There's Ohaya done, and she is not yet ready, so we might need to do a second reading there. But that's for later. For now, let us go back to LeBlanc and work on Sojiro. Do I have a Hierophant? I'm pretty sure I do. I don't think I got rid of it. I guess I got rid of it. Nope, never mind. It's spelled differently than I thought. Bleh. Yes, I will bond deeper with you, Sojiro Sakura. Thanks not for you. Futaba said she's coming too.
Yo.
Hey Futaba, I was gonna add something to the menu. What would you like it to, what would you want it to be? Maybe curry spaghetti? And curry udon. Oh, and curry croquettes and curry pizza. You really like curry that much? Well, I guess it'd be pretty easy given the current menu. I'll give it some thought. How about you? Anything you'd want to add to the menu? Curry. You're hooked too, huh? Of course he is. This stuff's super addicting, man. I wouldn't know. I've never had curry. Why haven't you answered my calls? Leave now or else you'll be forced to contact the police. I'm not giving you a penny. What was that? Quit fucking with me. Stop it. Sojiro didn't do anything wrong. Shut your mouth, brat. It's your fault I'm in this mess. Look, Futaba's my daughter. You may have been her uncle, but you have no connection to her anymore. We can take it to court if you really want. Don't underestimate how hard I'm willing to fight. What? Not only do you have a massive debt, but I heard you failed in your most recent business venture. How do you think the court would respond if you knew how wasteful you were with your money? God damn it. It's all your fault, you bitch, you little cursed little... Futaba! This is Salt Sue! What are you talking about? You clearly fell down on your own. This delinquent attacked me. He's dangerous. This cafe's finished, you hear me? I won't let you get away with this. God damn, what a pain in the ass. Don't you have enough problems already? I was protecting Futaba. You can't blame me for protecting Futaba. Nobody said you did anything wrong. To be honest, it should have been me trying to stop him. get a drink. Luscious H2O. Are you okay, Futaba? Mm-hmm. But Uncle said he's gonna sue. Don't worry. No matter what ends up happening to me or the store, I won't let them lay a finger on you two. I'm your guardian, after all. I have a duty to protect the both of you. So don't go doing anything like that again, you hear? I appreciate the spirit you showed, though. Bond with Sojiro. Deepens! Rank 8.
Alright.
But anyway, I'm done for the day. Take care of closing up for me. Let's go, Futaba. Soul, I'll message you later. Message me later. Big news. I looked at my uncle's name in Mementos, and you got a hit. Would you be angry if I asked for your help? Nope. Really? Thanks a bunch. My uncle's name is Yoji Ishiki. Let's go to Mementos and change his heart. But, I have a favor to ask. I don't really want to tell everybody about the time I spent living with him. Maybe someday, sure. But today's not the day. So I was thinking, can we maybe just go, the two of us? I really need your help here, Soul. Please! If that takes a day to do... Because I'm more strapped for the day confidants than night. Oh, is today the day? It just kind of snuck up on me. Are you alright? I know you want to see him every day. How can he be gone? I feel so sick. There are still so many things I wanted to talk with him about. Why can't he just stay forever? What am I supposed to do now? Man, you're really a serious case, but it seems you weren't alone. He was pretty popular with the girls. Maruki.
Ah.
Draco.
Good morning.
I know this is
last minute.
He's gonna
but
talk
if it's
himself.
Possible, could you come and see me during lunch today?
Sure.
Glad to hear it. I wanted to discuss something with you, since it'll be our last chance to do so here.
That's right. You are leaving. Sadness.
Yes, my time here at Shujin is coming to an end today. It's quite the sad affair.
Indeed.
I do have a farewell speech to give the school at morning assembly, but I'd also like to speak with you individually. Considering the occasion, lunch is on me. I'll have something special waiting for you, so you look forward to that. Well,
Cool.
I'll see you later.
Sounds fun, Maruki. Sounds fun. He is a cool dude.
Dr. Marquis.
I liked how his earlier conversations really made me
It's already
think.
been half a year, huh? That sure went by fast.
And finally, we would like Dr. Maruki to share a few last words with the student body.
Wouldn't the vice principal be the actual principal now?
If you will. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
The vice principal has mentioned, today marks the end of my tenure at Shujin Academy.
Sadness.
For the past several months, I've come to learn about all sorts of conflicts that you students have faced this year.
Excuse me.
Troubles with romance, with studies. In fact, some of you have financial issues that are awfully similar to my own.
Don't we all?
Before I leave here, I want to offer
Don't
you
we
a
all?
final piece of counseling. If your situation ever becomes too painful to endure, remember, it's okay for you to escape your problem.
Weird.
I don't want a single one of you to think that an unfair reality you've been forced into is the only one that you have to live.
Interesting.
What I'm trying to say is, even if your life is full of worries, it's best for you not to obsess over them.
Okay, makes
Your
sense.
existence in this world is an amazing miracle. You deserve to spend your days in happiness.
Okay, I like the sentiment.
I'll keep on rooting for all of you to have the best lives possible, even after I'm long gone.
That is a very nice sentiment, Mark. Nice. Very nice, Maruki.
I guess things don't always pan out like you expect. Well, that's it. Thank you for having me here this year. Good luck to you all.
I
wanted to thank him personally, but it may be best to hold off on that for a bit.
Maybe a bit, Makoto.
I doubt
Just
we
a
could
bit.
get a word in edgewise anyhow.
Sadness, Marukiko, bye-bye.
Thank you for coming here. Since this is about to be my last meal at Shujin, I've brought the best lunch ever. These tempura bowls are from a restaurant I've been curious about since I first came to the school. I'd always passed on it due to the price. But today is special. Not only that, I ordered the deluxe bowls for us.
Ooh, deluxe. Fancy, fancy.
Well, you've got to be at least a little lavish on occasions like this, right?
I suppose. There are no words for how delicious this smells. Tempura.
Ooh, this aroma's really triggered my appetite.
Whoa, his glasses fogged
Too
up. I
bad
like that
can't see
detail.
anything now.
That's a good detail. And ours. Oh, the life of Four Eyes. Oh, I remember those days when I had to wear glasses everywhere. Oh, those were the days.
I'm so glad I splurged on that. Upscale dishes like that really do taste incredible. I wish I could just get lost in this bliss forever. Well, now
An
that we've
interesting
finished our
desire.
food, let's get down to business.
To
First
defeat
off, I have
the
very big news.
Huns.
My paper's done.
Woo! Your paper on cognition. Yes, that's what it was, right? Cognition. I think.
I've mentioned this before, but still, this is truly thanks
Probably.
to you. Had you not shared your experience and insights with me, this paper never would have been completed. Please, allow me to express my gratitude to you once more as a most helpful student of Shujin.
The most
And
helpful.
as a phantom thief as well.
I mean, not too surprising. All the Bond 10s with the people do reveal that, yeah, they figured out you're a Phantom Thief because you're not as subtle as you think you are.
There's no need to be obtuse. Why don't you take a look at the title of my paper over there?
It's a book, not a paper. It says, Interpreting Reality Through Cognitive Science and the Alteration of Reality via External Influence. Okay. So, his paper's on our changing of hearts.
You know, the Phantom Thief's act of changing hearts is rather reminiscent of cognitive science in practice.
I can see
They
it.
infiltrate a reality that exists solely for their target. A reality wholly separated from the one that the public recognizes. By accessing that world, they gain the means of permanently altering their target's cognition.
I don't
That is
recall
what I
mentioning...
hypothesize as
Oh,
being the
okay,
change
he's
of heart
hypothesizing.
you
Okay.
induce in your targets.
I was gonna say, he is very scarily on point with his guesses as to what exactly we're doing there. But that's all his guesses. Gotcha. That's a little bit more reassuring that he's not all-knowing or anything.
Well, I did pour my heart and soul into this research for a number of years. To be entirely honest, it was all the way back in April, when I first came to speak with the principal here about providing counseling to you students. I actually witnessed the moment when you came out of an individual's reality like I'd mentioned.
We really are
Someone
not
appeared
subtle.
in the back alley near the school. I believe Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san were with you.
Good lord.
Takamaki-san appeared to be extremely exhausted.
We need to practice subtlety.
It wasn't long after that scene that Mr. Kamoshida had his change of heart. Beyond what I witnessed.
Yeah, we're clearly
I
not
had
that
also been
subtle.
told that you three were closely affiliated with Mr. Kamoshida in some way. At that point, I was already half convinced that you were involved. I was almost certain Mr.
Only
Kamoshida's
half?
change of heart was provoked by the three of you.
Yeah, why'd you keep it quiet?
Well, I've been researching cognitive science ever since I was a grad student.
So a long
For
time.
years, I've been attempting to directly interact with an individual's cognition, so I can help address their pain and despair.
Okay.
But, for certain reasons, this research has never been acknowledged in academia.
I mean, it does sound a little
Despite
bit more
that, I
science
continually
fiction,
pursue
or more
evidence
fiction
that
than
my
science,
hypothesis
you
is
know.
correct. It was during that time I happened to come across the Phantom Thieves of Hearts, fresh from a mission. My heart began to dance. I thought to myself, maybe I could complete my research if I were to have your assistance. That's why I approached you and your group of friends in the first place. I hadn't mentioned any of this until now because, well, I didn't want you to take it the wrong way and suspect my motives. But I
Fair.
think that's everything I'd kept from you. Does that change your opinion of me?
You know, I really don't think it changes my opinion of you, Mark. It kind of makes you an even more cool dude. I mean, yes, you knew... Actually, it's not even like any sort of manipulative way he did it. We never sort of made any efforts to sort of dissuade the thinking. Okay, what's a good way to phrase it? He's not really deceived us in any way, shape, or form, and he hasn't really used us. If he wanted to use us, he would have showed his hand earlier and made us work with him. But instead, he took the time to get to know us and gradually form a bond, which, you know, yeah, I think it's completely fine what he did. Yes, it was a slight bit manipulative, but are we not being manipulative ourselves when we don't reveal to the wider world that, hey, we're the ones that are literally stealing people's desires? So I don't think that there's anything wrong.
A deal, eh? Well, I'm awfully grateful you see it that way. And just so you know, I have no intention of telling anyone about this.
Well, that's good.
If you don't believe what I'm saying, you're free to change my heart as you like.
Oh, it's
Thanks
not
to
that
you,
simple,
I
Marky.
finally know what I need to do.
And that
I'm going to
is...
stand up to our current reality. I swear I'll use my research to make our world a better place.
That's
Though
good.
It'll likely be through different means than how the Phantom Thieves reform members of society.
Yeah, I kind of... Yeah, Justice is defined differently. More to the point that I don't really see you gain access to the metaverse, man.
Indeed. You have a strong moral compass, never losing sight of your own definition of justice. I'm more grateful than ever to have met a young man like yourself. Although it's not like this is the last time we'll see one another, still, thank you for everything up to this point.
No problem, man. Thank you for all your help. The extra bits of SP have probably helped me out a lot.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the Counselor, granting thee infinite power.
What? I don't know why, but the tone sounded way different there for some reason. Raises the SP recovered from mindfulness, ultimate rank of the Counselor.
Right.
We now earn more experience, taught you how to practice wakefulness, and we can now fuse Vohu Mana, the most powerful persona of the Counselor Arcana. Okay.
I'm going to follow the path that I believe in. I sincerely hope that one day, at the end of that path, I'll be able to aid you as well. Even if you just considered it to be
maybe
meddling in your
someday.
affairs. Whoops. Looks like we're out of time. We'll meet again though, right?
I don't really meet with my confidants after I've maxed them out. Except for Kosumi, because, you know, I'm trying to romance her, and... So, sure, we'll definitely meet again, Maruki. I'm not gonna leave you high and dry if you ask me to meet up with you or anything like that.
That's right. Hey. No, it's nothing. Best of luck to the both of us. See you around.
Yes. See you around, Maruki. Totally not gonna just ignore your calls or anything. Fan site is on fire as usual. Anyway, tomorrow's finally it. Hope everyone remembers us. Day of our plan? Of course we remember. It means we're sending out the calling card today, right? Yes, today's our only option. Police have yet to actually make a move, but I'm certain we've reached our limits. We wanted to wait as long as possible to make Makoto's sister panic, right? Yes, taking that into account, today would be the best option. We can speak in more detail about this after school. Alright, see y'all at LeBlanc. Still don't like that that's the proper pronunciation. I don't know why, I just don't.
Boss said he reserved the place just for us. We're free to drink as much coffee as we want.
Woo! Coffee!
It's always empty though.
Hey! I'm telling boss you said that.
Everyone here is a witness.
I was just joking.
Uh-huh.
We're supposed to be discussing where we should send the calling card.
Considering how big the hype's gotten, she'll probably just think it's a prank, won't she?
She
I
doesn't
could
seem the
always put
one
it
to.
on Sai-san's desk. People know me there, so I could gain access easily.
That's not a good idea. If you're the only one who can get in there, it'll be easily traced back to you. I'll do it. I can just tell her it came for her in the mail. That would be the least risky method. No matter what she asks, I'll tell her I don't know anything.
But Makoto, that's...
You're our leader, so this will be up to you.
You know, the
Should we give
easiest
the calling card to
option.
Makoto?
The easiest option would have been to long since go digital, since we had Futaba, you know, and digitally plaster the calling cards everywhere, but that's just my opinion, you know.
Is that really the only way?
No, but nobody will listen to me.
Okay. I've already traversed far more dangerous ground than this.
We will leave it to you then.
Confident.
Thank you for agreeing to this. I will need to step up
Overconfidence
my
is
game
a
as
slow
well
and
to make up for it.
insidious killer.
Very well, then. We'll enter from in front of the courthouse. Does 6 o'clock in the evening work for everyone?
Yep, got it.
Same as always. Well then, let's get ready for tomorrow. Dismissed.
You know, something I've been wondering with regards to the metaverse is is there any kind of time dilation aspect in play, you know? Because it just seems that more time should be
Okay.
that it should take more time to do these things than it realistically implies. All that stuff is to carry out the operation that Makoto outlined earlier. Yes, come on.
Anyway,
Now we just need to hand it over as long as we can get it to Nishima. We'll be fine, Morgana. You worry too much. You worry far, far too much, Morgana.
Madame Sae Nijima, a great sinner of jealousy. You have
Jealousy
lost
is
yourself
too much of a
amidst
sin
your
compared to a
obsession
lot
with
of things.
success. For its sake, you are even willing to promote injustice as justice.
Fair.
The Phantom Thieves.
There's no real mention of
Found it in
stealing
the
your heart.
mailbox. To think they would send me one. They brand me a criminal and plan to change my heart? What nonsense. They only care about disposing of those who are an inconvenience for them. Fine. I'll just have to catch them first.
and when you do, you're going to interrogate them, right? In some kind of underground room, was it?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I just remembered you mentioning something like that before.
That's right. It will be a
Subtle,
special
Makoto.
interrogation room
Very
underground.
subtle.
My time will be limited, but I will do whatever it takes to make them divulge their secrets.
Someone's in a brute. Is a brute?
Let's do this fair and square.
Oh, fair and square. Right.
I should probably be getting back. It's late, but I should contact the director and let him know about this calling card. I expect things will calm down a little once this case is over. Once that happens, why don't we go on a trip to some hot springs? Just the two of us.
Sis. I'm on
Even
your
with her
side.
cognition
I won't
change,
let
she still
anyone
cares about
do
Makoto.
anything to you.
What an odd girl.
You're not wrong there, Sai.
Do you need to make a call? I'll head up to my room then.
I'm sorry for calling so late. This is Nijima. There's something I need to inform you of. I received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves. It was addressed to me directly and... Stand by? And you've transferred command of the investigation to someone else? No, of course not. Yes. I understand. I'll remain on standby until further instructions. Please excuse me.
Okay.
Forget about going out tonight. We need to prepare for tomorrow. But I want to go out tonight, Morgana. You cannot stop me. Sorry for the wait. I believe it went well. Thanks, Mako-chan. It's all going according to plan then. So to finally come to this, I actually feel somewhat nervous. Don't freak out that much. Don't freak out so much that you screw up, alright? You're one to talk. I asked you to go easy on me. Well then, see you tomorrow. Hold on a sec. Crow, go over the operation again before you leave. It's just as we discussed earlier, is it not? The battle will decide our future. We must ensure that we're fully prepared for him. Very well, our objective is stealing Sai-san's treasure. We will meet at the courthouse at approximately 6 p.m. Good. Want to give one last word before we go, leader? Let's be careful. We'll be relying on you. What a wonderful trusting relationship. I will do my best in this as well.
Alright. We can't afford any mistakes, especially not this time. Tomorrow's a big day
We can
for
afford a
us,
few.
So let's give it our all.
And I can't... Oh, I can. I literally think it's pointless, though, because I'm pretty sure I maxed up my kindness, so... Pointless nutrition!
Yes!
What was it? It was the Wanakon? No, the Lexi doll. That's right. There we go. I already have my eternal pick. I guess play a game? Because, I mean, these can give some rewards at the end of them, so... Gotta do something after all.
Oh yeah.
Jumino says the story is... This game is different from the original TV show. Something about trying to become the 6th Phoenix Ranger. I don't know much about the TV series. This looks like a game you can really sink your teeth into. Let's become a Phoenix Ranger.
Well then.
Go, go, Phoenix Rangers. Secret technique. Makes the input commands less difficult. Make the game easier. Let's use the technique. Because I'm a dirty, dirty cheater. I don't really know how to get you pumped up. Is this a lab? Person from the computer looks like a scientist. This promising son. Name is, well, just call me a Sagiri. I'm in charge of your training. Space laboratory. You're the strongest fighter I've created yet. Like, once you're training and directing, you'll acquire the power equaling to the Phoenix Rangers. Since today is your first day, we'll use the simulator. Don't worry about passing your feeling. Just show me what you can do. You want to throw up, try controlling your strength as instructed. First, remember the commands displayed on the screen, then enter the commands accurately within the time limit. Square X, square X. Oh man, that was difficult. So difficult. Next challenge. Oh wow. Right, left, right, left. That's actually... I didn't expect them to use the directional pad. Strength is far greater than projected. Next challenge is the last. I ran from Xylem, Infinity Buck army planning to take over the Earth. Same with Scrapternium, a powerful born on the parasite that feeds off Scrapman, but I know you can defeat it. I have faith in you. Okay. They really went all out with the story for this video game. So this training is preparing us for combat. Let's go for the Aberrant. Too many people on Earth. Get special flat, make it more comfortable for a place to live. See my way of flattening you out. Here it comes, controller. Right, left, X square. How could this cheeky little brat dodge my attack? Clang it. Clang it.
Oh.
Nice. Very, very nice. Clang it. Oh, square, circle, X, square, circle, X. Okay. I feel like the higher levels of this game will be hell. Gray Pigeon. Oh, Gray Pigeon. Oh, that's great. That's hilarious. A Gray Pigeon. Amazing. Game becomes secret technique be helped. Ultimate for different ways. I admire that. And this was what? It doesn't matter because, again, everything's max.
Well then.
Because that's how we spend the night before having a dangerously dangerous mission playing video games.
the day has come. Are you all prepared?
What
Indeed.
is a calling card, Makoto?
I showed it to Sis. She took it from my very own hands.
So dramatic.
I
My
understand
very
how you
own
feel,
hands.
But you mustn't be so downtrodden.
Yeah, if we screw this up, we're done for. It's way more than losing the place we belong. We could even lose our lives here, you know.
It'll be all right.
Again with the
I want
dramatic.
to save my sister, no matter what. Is everyone decided? Mm-hmm. All's well that ends well. So much has happened since we first started. You guys have become quite the reliable team. All right, Joker.
I've
This
become
is the
reliable.
Phantom Thieves' final heist. Give us the signal.
Let's do this. Why couldn't we say it's showtime as the dialogue choice? That would have been much more appropriate. Alrighty. Going in with On, Haru, and Akechi. Do I want to swap out On for Morgana, though? Morgana would be a more efficient healer. That's the wrong thing. Oh, and equipment. Morgana, you do not get the Ring of Wrath anymore. Oh, wait, no. On, you do not get the... You get the Breeze Ring? Who had... I don't remember who had what. Okay, I guess Morgana's good. Heck if I know. Alright. And we will just go straight up to the battle arena.
Let's go.
For it is time to play a game. Just do a quick lap. Get nice and warmed up here. Oh, we should have kicked that door down. We do with every other door in these situations. Where's the treasure? It seems you've come just as I planned. As she planned. No way, the treasure was put here on display to lure us. So that's why we could already faintly see its shape. First off, allow me to compliment you. I never expected you to be able to make it this far. But I'd much rather have the treasure than your words of praise. Where did you hide it? Come, we should put an end to this once and for all. Seems as though she wants us to pursue her. You know, she's mocking us. Let's go after her. Make sure I have Satanada as the active so I can get the bonuses at the start of battle. Although the start of this battle is not really that important, so... Meh.
Do you have a moment?
Let's go.
What kind of game will it be this time? No matter what you bring out, we will emerge victorious.
You're making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered. I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight to my heart's content.
Sis.
Oh, I wonder how this fight's gonna be different, actually.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart. Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess. Can you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought her reasoning would have been more noble somehow.
She's lost control. This is wrong.
Justice cannot yield to evil. I must win, no matter what.
I mean, she's got good sentiment there.
Self-righteousness.
All we need to do to determine who is right is battle.
Ding, ding, ding. Let's get ready to rumble.
What?
This?
Roulette.
A clash of brute strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games. We ain't following your damn rules.
Oh, you will. There is no room for negotiation. You will know soon enough.
What was that?
Now, come
Her
at me.
truth.
You'll save her, right?
All right, everyone, be on alert.
May the best player win.
I mean, I should have probably brought Makoto here to fight her own sister, but meh.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, charge. Punch. Ah, that's who has it.
Persona.
May the best player win.
Bet HP.
What the?
Now let us play a game of roulette. The stakes will be our lives. Of course, acts of violence are forbidden here. One must follow the rules.
We already told you. There's no way we're gonna follow your rules anymore.
That's fine by me. Such troublesome people will just face the penalty.
There's a penalty for not spinning the roulette. What should we do?
It's not for not spinning the roulette, it's for attacking.
You will predict which pocket the ball will fall.
I just heard a ding. Hey, Wobbuffet, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. Hobby things, hobby things.
Now, the time has
And thank you for the
come
host.
the first round.
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat.
Yes, poor Sai, being forced to wear that outfit. Poor Sai.
The game from now and try to gain evidence on her methods of cheating.
By the way, Wobbuffet, have you managed to get your account info? Very specified by your enemies or greater boss will do it more difficult. Consider the flow of battle when determining where to place your bet.
How will you bet?
A high risky bet. 1 through 12.
Have you made your decision? Then let's see the results.
You don't know how to send an email on your PC? Okay, what email account do you have? Like, what service do you use for your emails? You've only used your phone for 4 years, so you don't know exacts. Okay, that's fair.
Have you figured anything out, Joker?
I have.
Really? How is she doing it?
Glass lid.
See, you're right. It did seem like the ball floated for a split second there.
How humiliating.
Let's catch her in the act so she can't talk her way out of it. Have someone snipe the pocket.
You
when
can.
that glass lid appears.
True enough, you can.
You're in charge of choosing who's gonna be the sniper. Joker, choose someone to send.
Only 2 classes.
I'll show off my. I'm ready whenever.
Leave it to me. I won't miss the mark. I'm on it.
Kenshi, you get to do the grunt work today.
May the best player win.
Money!
The stuff displayed on the monitor changed.
You're going every week. Ah.
That must mean the betting changes.
So restrictions
every time.
have lowered for you. That's good.
Persona!
Witness my assault!
Heal them all. Heal them all. When you have 2 classes every day, and the next week you have normal classes. Ah, okay. I get you now. I get you with the exacts now. I can see clearly now. The exacts are clear.
The sniper is in their designated spot. All that's left is to wait for the next roulette spin.
Very well, time to make your bet. Well, how will you bet?
School! Yay! I love school, to be honest.
Hopefully your prediction will be correct this time.
When I was younger, I always used to look forward to going to school every single day. Because I could interact with my friends at school. and I couldn't at home because this was pre-social media and online gaming and all that other lovely stuff. Why couldn't it have landed in 11? And really only 9,000.
What?
Joker! What was that about fair and square? You were totally cheating.
Ah. If your teachers weren't rude, and what friends? Ah, you don't have friends at school? Sadness.
You coward! What are you so quiet for? Say something!
Shut up! Shut up!
I mean, 2 is better than 0, and realistically speaking, I only had... Geez, until I hit, like, 6th grade, which was probably when I was... maybe, like, a preteen, I only had one real good friend for the longest time. And I mean, as I grew older, I sort of gathered my own group of friends, so you know. I like that tattoo on her back. I'm sad that there's no more tattoo on her back.
So this is your true nature? We're finally back to a normal fight. Good luck, Joker.
Thanks, Futaba. Oh.
The roulette panel's changed?
How about this?
The roulette panels have indeed changed.
She's way more powerful than before.
I have no idea what this is. And Setanada did not do as much damage as I was hoping he would. Hey, Mordred! Welcome, welcome, Mordred. How be things, how be things? But, well, as for what 6th grade is, there's no real good way to describe it. Am I ready for Padoru season? Oh, I am indeed.
I must purge all evil at an atomic level.
Oh yes, that is the kind of buff I needed here. But Padoru, Padoru, Padoru. It is that season, isn't it? Should have said your strike zone. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Oh, she. Okay. She. I didn't even realize she was resistant to my physical. We'll bring Haru back up in a moment here. Let's heal first.
My thanks.
She's Leviathan, but I don't know how, but she is. I think that, I'm pretty sure, like, all of the bosses in this have a sub-name based upon a biblical figure. I think. Haha. I resist you. No, I won't, but I'm curious. How do you face the cold? Resistant. I'm pretty sure it is. I am pretty sure Leviathan is a biblical figure. Give me just a moment here. Well, she takes neutral damage from Psychic, so... Leviathan. Yes, Isaiah 27:1. Leviathan is a serpent and a symbol of Israel's enemies who shall be slain by God. So yes. Alright, so... You know what? Something tells me, just something is telling me that I need to use nuclear here. I guess that something that was telling me I need to use nuclear here was wrong. Did you know if you use Necronomicon and Prometheus, you get Al-Sifi or something like that, and he wrote Necronomicon, and he was in the Bible with Behemoth and Ziz? I did not. Boba Fett, I did not. A very interesting factoid there. A very interesting factoid indeed. Alright. This fight, by the way, is definitely more difficult than the original.
I'm grateful.
You know what? Let's see if we can burn her? No. Oh, okay, now she's using the roulette again. That's a turn late, Futaba. But thank you. Yeah, Leviathan was in the Bible.
Thank you.
But how are you doing, by the way, Mordred? I kind of glanced over your thing, but how are you doing? Do you do good?
Let's make this quick.
You know, let's try Zappity Zap Zap. Okay, so... Interesting.
My justice has revealed to me. I must strike at evil with my bolt of judgment.
Bolt of Judgment. Ow. Okay, so... Okay. Interesting. Nope. Very, very interesting. So she's always going to change elements, probably to correspond with what we are weakest against. Can you tell me why people hate the girl from the pub? You mean Ohaya? I don't know, I don't like her either, to be honest. I don't know. Personally, I don't know why I don't like her. I guess it's just her personality more than anything.
My skills exceed yours.
Yeah. Keep bragging, Akechi. You're gonna be using Almighty. There are a couple of blondes. Oh, you witch, Nijima. You witch. You hate the fortune teller. I mean, I kind of like Chihaya. You know, mainly for the buffs that she can give. I don't like her for who she is. I like her for the buffs she can give me. Is that shallow?
Only victory matters. To guarantee it, you have to be willing to do anything. Doesn't might make right? No matter what happens here, I need to keep winning.
What kind of logic is that? It's about time you came to your senses.
No, no, no. Might makes right does make sense. I remember this from Harry Potter. Magic is might, and might is right. So yes, I can see where Nijima is coming from here. Can you stop hitting poor Morgana? Poor Morgana. He's just getting hammered here. And not in the good way. He's my healer, though.
My skills exceed yours.
Teddy, that is the mascot character from Persona 4, right? I feel like I might be in danger here. Just feel like it. Didn't I tell you we'll die screaming? You did not tell me that, actually, today, Mordred. It's been a while since you've told me that I will die screaming.
There.
I don't think I have.
Let's go.
I'm curious as to what she is going to change into. I feel like she changes into something that that one party member is weak against. And when nobody's weak against anything, she goes almighty. Oh, fuck.
I'm right. I'm always right. That's why I have to be the victor. All who stand in my way will be crushed. Don't stand in the way of my victory.
Oh, that was great. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. All that wind up for a miss. Oh, that was glorious. Whew. P4 has everything except for Futaba. My friend asked me to go to account with him and asked me, will I buy Futaba Body Pillow? And you told him no. You wouldn't. That's kind of surprising. Bring Akechi back.
I'll repay you somehow.
Because waifus like that, you can't lose. You know, that is fair. That is fair. Can you stop here, Sai? Like, seriously, do you know the definition of the word chill? Good gracious. I mean, I'm doing some good freaking hits here, but good lord almighty, she is smacking like a truck.
Playing dead isn't easy.
3,000 points of damage! What the frickety frack?
Alright.
Winning is all that matters.
Okay, this fight's not gonna be an easy one. You'll definitely buy a Scotty or a Aresh body pillow and Futaba figures. I can definitely see the Aresh one. Scotty, you know, Scotty is nice, but I don't think I would buy a body pillow of Scotty. Melt, though. Melt, Mash, Aresh, Jolter. for sure with them. Alright, so... Of course, Melt.
Now let us, of course. We are. That's fine.
Super move. Ultra.
You knew I would say that? Of course. Melt is waifu after all. She is the number 2 in my Chaldea.
What should we do?
Akechi, you have a literal lightsaber. That is not a good method to defend yourself. Though to be fair, nobody really... You probably have more coverage with your defense than everybody but Morgana. And Morgana's using his head to block most of the damage, which is not a good idea. Black. And you would buy a body of Ilia, Mordred. You know? If we're talking FSN Ilia, then fine. She is at least 18 years old. If we're talking Sitanai Ilia, you know... Oh shoot, I pressed the wrong button there.
The stuff that must.
Damn it. I mean, I guess I gotta turn to heal, but
Very helpful.
Thank you so much.
Very well.
make a low bet. Now you have to buy a Prisma Ilia one just to spite me. N02 is such a basic waifu. I do not know who 02 is. I have figured something out. Glass lid.
Let's have someone. You're in charge. We can. I'm ready when I'll show.
Leave it to me.
Go, Akechi. Pink-haired dino with horns. HP again. Okay. So this could start us off on a good note here. This is good start-off potential. I'm already charged. Haru, give me some attack buff. But yeah, pink-haired dino with horns. It's not ringing any bells, man.
Sniper is in their designated spot.
I know they're...
Very well.
Is the dino servant? Because I know that JP, like, pre-summer had some dinosaur servant released? Is that who you're talking about? Oh, not from FGO. Okay. Then I have absolute 450, really. That little damage. That's pathetic. And there goes the cool tattoo again. From Darling in the Franxx. Darling in the Franxx. Yeah, I'm sad to say that's not ringing a bell either. Is that an older anime? I'm asking with caution and worry that I'm going to reveal that I'm an old geezer. It's a newer one. Okay. It must have escaped my notice somehow then. You don't know and you don't want to know since you hate it. How could it have ever skipped your nose? It's from Trigger.
My justice has
Can you stop targeting poor Haru? Good freaking Lord Almighty. Switch members. I can't switch Haru, who's K'd out. You biscuit, you. Nijima. You are a biscuit.
Alright.
You know when a lot of people start loving something and it just gets annoying and boring, so you hate the thing. Okay, that's how you feel about Xerxes. Okay, I do understand that feeling. I do. Alright, I'm going to try an interesting aspect here. Reflects... Is that what this battle's about? Reflecting the enemy attacks, perhaps? That's pretty much your normal state of being, Mordred? That's somewhat sad. Okay, so... that's what I need to do then. Haru, I actually chose wisely by bringing Haru with me. Good lord, I am brilliant. I'm a brilliant man. Haru was the right choice.
My thanks.
She just needs to put a barrier up on herself. Of many people, I like it start... Once many people like it, you start to get a little biased against it. Okay. That is fair, Mordred. That is a completely fair and reasonable point of view. This battle just got a lot easier. Until she starts flinging almighty attacks out. Then I'm gonna be screwed.
Very helpful. Chase my wrath.
But wait, then Mordred, does that mean if something's unpopular, you're more likely to like it out of curiosity?
I will win. Persona.
Oh, that was almost the wrong button.
You're mine.
Wind. It's chip damage, but chip damage is better. You're not biased against unpopular things. Okay. So, and this is legitimate curiosity. And this kind of goes for you too, Elfet. But what are your guys' thoughts on SAO? Because a lot of people hate on it, but I feel like most of the hate is just for the sake of hating. You know? So I would like your unbiased, or your opinion. People like to hate on SAO. Yes. That is a sad fact. A very sad fact.
I'm grateful.
It's gonna be risky. Champions Cup. It's the first work of the author. True enough. True enough. Expect kind of errors. The only issue with this setup is I don't have an AoE buffer.
My justice.
Zappity zap zap. Screw you, Nijima!
I think she's about to strike us with electricity.
Go down.
Fudge. I don't know who she's gonna attack. You still have one. Put one on me. If I resurrect Morgana, she's just gonna zappity zap zap him to oblivion. Normal harem, and you see characters for just one episode. I mean, that is in fact a problem with the beginning. They can evolve the characters at the beginning and not episode 1 introduction and forget the character ever existed. Okay, yep, I can definitely see where you're coming from with that. A lot of the beginning characters did have, you know, a quick introduction and then sort of just forgot about them, or they just became a sideline character. I can definitely see that. And it was definitely improved upon later on, I will say. At least in my opinion it was. You know, Xenon had a lot of character development throughout Gun Gale, Yuki, poor Yuki.
To guarantee if you have to be willing to do anything. Doesn't might make right? No matter what happens here, I need to keep winning.
And all of Alicization. Yep, first... Oh, sorry, my bad. I was jumping. My bad, Mordred. My bad. Reflection go burr. Okay, I'm gonna see... How well is Scotty gonna hit? She's actually hitting pretty damn good. The marriage arc. Ah.
Come, go down.
The execution was not made well. It didn't feel real. Yeah. There wasn't enough, I guess, development at the time between Kirito and Asuna. I guess would be the main thing. Throw it on yourself, Haru, just to be safe. Saw no reason for them to stop fighting suddenly. Oh shit. So she's always gonna go into this phase, it seems.
Always right. That's why I have to be the victor. All who stand in my way will be crushed. Don't stand in the way of my victory.
Fudge! What the ever living? Good.
Alright, let's do it!
Persona! There.
We can do enough damage in this first round. The start was a good part. I agree with you there. Oh yeah. That was an instant hook for me too. Right, I'm gonna be risky biscuit and I'm gonna see what happens, how much damage I'm gonna take from breaking the penalty here.
Now, of course, we are. That's fine.
Super move! Ultra charge!
Thank you, Futaba. A little late, but you know, thank you.
There's a penalty for not spinning the roulette. What should we do?
Ah, so you, in that case, cheaters get punished.
Joker, are you alright? What?
Those who cannot follow rules are.
Joker,
Good lord, that's a lot of damage. And she didn't seem to take anything. That annoys me.
You're now.
We should go.
Well, have you made?
Fights are really well made. Yes, the animation quality is epic. Yes, yes, I lose Nijima because you're a cheater!
Let's have some. You're in. We can. I'm ready whenever.
Go. Okay.
Leave it to me.
Go.
Ready whenever.
Haru.
Yes, leave it to me.
May the best player win.
Yeah, second half, first season is definitely what I feel.
That must mean.
Oh, yeah. I will agree that it was probably the weakest part of SAO. There is little to no denying that. That was the wrong skill to use as well.
The sniper.
Well,
You're gonna destroy the poor roulette ball there, Haru. It's just many people act like it was weird. Just the way people act was weird. Ah. I can see where you're coming from with that. And again, the glitch. Out into her real form. A mad berserker.
So this.
It's a real game this time. It's a real game.
Little punks.
That the protagonist serious we expect, but how everyone else is serious. I mean,
She's way more powerful
no.
than
Oh,
before. Don't underestimate her.
I shut my mouth. I clearly not know what I'm talking about. Yeah, just keep it on you and just do it. 479. Ugh. Start getting the damage in. And, of course, throw this up on yourself, Haru. She likes going for you first, it feels. And you know what, Akechi? I'm pretty sure... Don't I have something that gives a full party attack boost? I'm gonna actually throw this up on me, just to be safe. Maybe I'll survive if she goes almighty again. Oh, she switched things up, doesn't she? Just too serious.
Very helpful.
I mean, like I said, I've never played in a super intense, super serious MMO, but like sometimes I've heard that they can get like incredibly intense. Players can be. Like, there's the game EVE Online where corporate espionage is an actual thing that you need to be concerned about if you get into really high-level play, which is just crazy to think about, really. So, I mean, I can imagine, like, some really heavy RPers getting into something like a war like that. I can actually feel like I might actually get somewhat intense in a thing like that. Intense as far as the raid boss fights and stuff like that. True. And I mean, in a slight defense of it, based on what we're told, the way the game was built did seem to sort of, it seemed like it was built in a way to make that tension there, you know, to fuel the conflict after all. I don't know. You to bring up a good point, though. The other people in Season 1 were fairly intense, for apparently no reason. You bring up a fair point there, Mordred. Charge! Full speed ahead!
You're mine.
That was a good hit. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing something along those lines. It would be really intense, it would be more like this. I see what you mean. But maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing with this fight here, is not... It's bringing opposing elements to what I use, actually. Because now we're dealing with the almighty bullshit again. Okay, the physical barrier was the right choice here. Holy cow, I did a big chunk of damage to you, Niji B. Reckless-like attack. Heal certain slice since you get chaos if you're solo you attack if you die. True enough. And they would talk about casual stuff when they're not planning stuff. Yeah, you're not wrong there. You're not wrong, Mordred. It's kind of, to a degree, why I'm kind of very excited for Progressive. Goodbye, Morgana. Just because we will get to see, like, a new, like, the whole of SAO. That's going to be incredibly interesting. Also, just because I'm overly cautious, I don't want to die.
Can someone heal her?
The second season, you say simply read the LN. For the first half, you know, I'm gonna be honest here. Even today, I haven't read the LN for SAO. And I'm an avid reader at that. She keeps wasting herself on Gatling gun. Alright, it's down to this. My final attack. Go! Coup! Yes! Coup for the win! Proto-coup for the win, rather. This is the biggest the first season, and they put it into 12 episodes. Yeah, that does sound like they kind of, cut down fairly hard, doesn't it? Increase all allies' attack? Yeah. Drop headbutt.
Whoa, a new move!
Fully heal one ally? No, we don't need any of that.
The persona has gained new power.
High counter does not stack. Sure.
How should I use this?
That's actually a good one. Poor Akechi, Haru, Morgana not getting any levels here.
So I lost.
Sis!
That's It's only a shadow. Why are you so...
Shut up, Akechi!
Quiet!
Sorry.
We'll go grab the treasure.
Makoto?
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom Thieves have been trying to do too. But these aggressive investigations? Twisting the truth for your own personal gain?
Maybe she just likes to play Twister.
Please. You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first wanted to be a prosecutor. Think about your justice, sis.
My justice.
Try to remember how you used to be.
How I...
Nijima-san. She's just like my father. What caused them to change like this?
Stress.
Even though their own desires were the cause, succumbing to such distorted thoughts is strange. Is there another reason they don't know of?
We found it.
That was easy.
The investigation will now be able to proceed. The suspicions against you will be lifted as well. This deal we made?
Yay!
Was a great experience for me. To think that I, a detective, would act alongside the Phantom Thieves.
Back to your real job.
Yes. And you all shall end this Phantom Thieves business. That was part of the promise after all.
Indeed,
Don't forget.
indeed. My memory is
Alright, we
better
don't need to
than
stay
that.
here any longer.
You don't like
Are you
Akechi?
alright? I am.
He's a very interesting character. I like how personified. I like how Royal fleshed him
Meetings.
out
When did they?
as much as it did.
They're gathering outside.
For real? The hell's going on?
It gave him more depth since we actually got to, you know, properly interact with him to boost his confidant rank.
We defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure, yet the shadows are still restless.
So
It
I'm
doesn't
wondering
make
if there's
sense.
going to be any
What's going on
changes later going, you
here? There
know?
are more coming? This will be dangerous if we don't do something. Huh? We need to go now. Those guys in black suits are almost here. We'll be done for. if
Guys
it
in
gets
black
them.
suits. Or
Team Beast
men
needs
in
cover
black.
immediately. We had best split up for our escape. Although, we'll need someone to act as a decoy.
I volunteer
That's
Akechi.
dangerous. Joker? Are you planning on distracting them?
That's pretty
by
much how you see the
yourself?
SAO overall. I get you.
Let him do it, Queen.
I get you.
Quiet. His mind's made up. He's not gonna take no for an answer.
A couple of anti-tubers that I've watched have mentioned that they did
I'm
cut
sure
a
you ain't
lot
gonna die.
from
What you were
Alicization.
talking about here?
Please don't do anything
So
like this,
I
okay?
have been interested in
I'll never
trying to
forgive you if
find
you
the
don't make it
LN
We still haven't
like
fulfilled our
translated
deal,
so I can
remember?
know what exactly was
Even more are coming.
left out or misconstrued,
Reluctant parting.
you know?
Seems we had best hurry.
But yeah, I've enjoyed SA over the years. I did so
We'll
enjoy
see you
it.
later.
And I look forward to Progressive and the story continuing. It's not fully translated. Oh, that sucks. So they fully made... They completely made the anime. They're probably gonna finish dubbing the anime before they finish the English translation of the LN, aren't they? That's hilarious. Oh, the fan translation. Okay, gotcha.
Hey, up there! He's here. Moving immediately.
The officials leave even more behind. Lovely.
Good. Now get running.
This is our only chance.
Stay calm.
Deja vu.
Don't wor- But
I
to
have
say,
been in this
showing
place
yourself above that
before.
crowd earlier was an excellent move. Nice work as always, Joker.
You know what? I want to check something. Okay, I do have a free space because I know what's going to happen here.
Just run.
I've kind of always wondered what happens if you have a full inventory here. ReZero anime is getting out faster than the LN. I do have to catch up on ReZero. I wanted to wait until the whole of this season was released so that I could watch it all pretty much in one sitting, because I like to binge watch. And I did hear that it ended last week Wednesday, so, you know. I gotta watch the special edition of the first season. I guess they did something along those lines too.
I am Arsene, another you that exists within.
Constant annoying small errors. Fair. I mean, a lot of things have small errors, so.
Last spring, you awakened to this furious power.
Cut the errors away, the anime would be truly good. Oh, they have more. Hmm. Oh. You're just leaving me with Setsuna. Okay.
Let's go.
Indeed. Heck, isn't he technically more well known for, like, Excel World, I want to say? Or at least he was originally known for that. But SAO kind of blew up.
Remember the bonds you have forged with your friends. If you are fated to continue past this point, then we shall surely meet again.
Excel World is the first one that got adaptation. Got it.
Good. You defeated them with ease. More of them? Be careful!
The sheer raw strength we have in our legs to pull those jumps off.
You should be able to get out that way. Hurry!
Dude, can you even hear us?
Don't worry. I'm picking up everyone's voices. Just go, Joker! Wait a sec. What the? I'm getting a weird reading heading your way.
Futaba is still not a lolly. I would, yeah, you know, I agree with that. She is not. That would kind of be a little bit demeaning, even, to say, with regards to her. Futaba's been through a lot of crap to be called too much crap to be called a lolly. That and hey, Destructive, welcome, welcome. It's been a while. Happy things. She's not an adult yet, though, so not legal. You're not wrong there. Can I go this way? No, because I can't cross a little gap.
Joker, stop! It's an enemy right near you.
That's more than near me, Futaba. That's like right on top of me. Oh, you underestimate my power, Futaba. And here comes the scene we saw at the very beginning. Current best girl of this game is arriving to help.
Joker, it's her! She's the weird reading I've been getting!
That aim. Once saw someone call Asuna from SAO a lolly. That's quite the stretch they've made.
My weak self relied on you so much. That ends today. Let's do this, Senpai!
And again, I totally think I might have a Kohai complex.
The enemy readings have decreased? That's...
Everything from June 7th to December the 14th. Well, my birthday's in between those two dates, so you technically see me? Oh, years! Gotcha. Gotcha.
It's been a while since we last fought side by side. But this time, it's my turn to come to your aid, Senpai. Now let's win this!
All right.
Show them, Sondrion!
Oh, I don't get to control her. Brutality.
A perfect 10!
I really hope she joins us after this.
I think that's the
Not gonna lie.
I genuinely have no clue what just happened, but I take it you're okay?
Yes.
Wait, bad news. Enemy backup's headed your way. You need to book it right now.
This is the right age, you see.
Please go. I'm going to make it harder for them to track you down. You still have something you need to do as a Phantom Thief, right?
I got a lot of things I need to do as a Phantom Thief.
Then I won't stop you. Since I'm not a member of the Phantom Thieves, I'm in no position to interfere.
I like how her jacket sort of just mimics Joker's. I just noticed that.
However, please don't forget the promise we made, okay?
It's such a mirror to Joker's. In fact, her whole outfit is kind of a mirror to Joker's, isn't it?
Alright, let's do it!
Go up the stairs at the end of the path, just a little more, so hang in there. Whee! Every Elia version is a lolly, but one of them is 18. Technically 2, if you count Sitanai. Technically. Although then I suppose you'd have to count all the route versions of Ilia.
The exit should be up ahead.
So.
You're there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor is completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
I'm pretty sure Sitanai is the visual novel Ilia, with a compilation of goddesses residing within her. And considering one of those goddesses is Freya, you know.
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that?
Yep, the OG Ilia, which is why I'm going to be rolling for her within the next 2 weeks, probably. I did say that they made I did see that they made some kind of announcement with regards to the Oniland event. I don't think they gave exact days, but I did see that there was an announcement made. 1600 SQ saved. Nice. That is much more than I have. I currently have, if I load up FGO,
didn't expect to find some kid.
I currently have 7.
Suspect confirmed.
I have like 603, I think. So I'm trying to do mental math because I haven't actually bought my monthly St. Quartz just yet. Yes, I will save. Yes. I also haven't done the monthly Mana Prism shop. Good lord. I'm a slacker. Good lord, I am a slacker. I forgot to even do the Mana Prism shop for this month. Oh, woe is me. Hang on. I'm currently buying out the shop. There we go. I feel better now. My gift box is nearly full. 200 out of 300.
Guess the drug was too.
It's probably gonna... If I had to hazard a guess, Onlyland is gonna drop next Wednesday when the castle event ends, or next Friday after they give us like a day or two break, you know? Hey, Red Velvet is here as well. Welcome, welcome, Velvet. How be things? How be things?
Give it up. Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot?
Yeah, man, you're a great mixer, dude.
What about the camera?
You mix a good shot.
You thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Of course not. What's it gonna show, you know? Just a couple of pals having some drinks, having some fun, you know?
Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation.
Kuro Nico cheesecake. Very random there.
Manslaughter.
Take some bacon and put it in a cheesecake. Very random there, Destructive. Killed the Death Knight with Sylvain again. Don't bully the Death Knight!
And you seem to be enjoying every
I agree with bacon. I'm not so sure on cheesecake there, Destructive. And thinking about it, I don't think I've actually had cheesecake before. That bothers me to a slight degree. How have I not had a cheesecake before?
Sign here. It's a confession.
Turning Abby's cake into bacon. I don't think she would like that, you know. Abby seems like she prefers cakes in all ways, shapes, and forms. Pancakes, cheesecakes, chocolate cakes.
To make you understand. One must take full responsibility.
Warped him across the map after Ferdinand used a rally dex on him. Nice. Ah, Ferdinand. Have you soloed anybody with Ferdinand yet, Velvet? Out of curiosity. It's a reference to Jake the Dog's bacon pancake song. Jake the Dog. Is that...
Excuse me,
No, it's not Johnny Test. I don't remember Dog and Johnny Test's name.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you
I
have
can't
here?
think of what that reference
Just
would
let me
be.
through. It's urgent. There's something
So
I
went
need to
behind with the
confirm
Horse
with
Slayer and Crim stuff. Oh,
Nijima-san,
Horse
I
Slayer.
believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction.
Horse Slayer OP against the poor
Besides,
Death Knight.
You prosecutor sign Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be
You don't know
frank,
the original?
You're being an inconvenience.
Fair. That is fair.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
Adventure Time. Oh. Yeah, I never watched Adventure Time, admittedly.
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not
I saw... I know when it was originally on the air, but that was kind of my phase I went through when I was not really into as much cartoony stuff, I guess.
Prosecutor?
Yeah.
I forgot to mention
I think it was more of a Disney Channel at that time, honestly.
We can't permit you to talk with
Bacon
us.
pancakes. Mmm.
It's for
Bacon
your own
pancakes.
sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't
Think
even
talking
know
about
if it's
different things.
safe to
Possibly.
simply meet and speak with him.
Very
I
possibly.
understand.
So many different tracks of mine going on here. Cartoons, bacon pancakes, turning poor Abby's stuff into bacon. Which would probably get you a one-way trip to the World of Darkness from Kingdom Hearts, because as observed from her Summer Ascension art, she can open the gate to Kingdom Hearts. Murdering the Death Knight, yes, that was a topic as well. Do not bully the Death Knight.
If you want to win this unreasonable game,
If you wish to
I
take
wouldn't
back
say
your
this game is
stolen future,
unreasonable, you know, it's
recall
fairly
the
fair.
bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Synchronized twin speak. Always a little creepy.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up here.
She can open the gates to pretty much anything.
What a disappointing end to the hero of justice.
Wait, I didn't know Shiro was here.
But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes.
Always
There's
bully
much more
Emil.
I'd like to ask, but
No,
a lot of
don't.
time is nearly up. I do have a suggestion, though. Care to
Accept
strike a
the
deal?
Lost Belts.
If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your
She
sentence.
sadly cannot open a gate to the Lost Belts.
I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Your operation
That
was
whole
built and you
interlude was
failed
just
to
so
change my
sad
heart.
when you
There's no
looking in
point being
perspective.
obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty, unless you accept my proposal.
Okay, we're moving a little fast here,
I will
Sai.
list the people who are closest to you in
You're
this case.
proposing to
Tell
me.
honestly whether or not the
I mean, I know
following
I've had a lot of
belongs to the
shots,
Phantom
but
Thieves.
I don't
First,
think
the
you
friend
did
who
too.
You've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto.
It's
One of the
Sakamoto,
victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki.
Takamaki.
Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa.
Okay, you got that one
The
right.
daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima.
You know, it's kind of sad
Those
she
are your
mispronounced two of their
accomplices
last
in the Phantom
names.
Thieves case, are they not?
It's kind of sad that she, a public prosecutor, mispronounced two of their names. And I've never heard of these people.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high school.
I blame it all on that cat, you know?
Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them?
No, I have never had any cooperation. I'm a solo artist.
So you won't speak
Except
a
for
word
that cat.
about either your teammates or your collaborators.
I don't have any teammates.
Do you even understand the position that you're in?
Not a very
Let's discuss
enjoyable
one other
one.
person. Goro Akechi.
You proposed to me, and this is not the
There are
proposal
reports
position.
that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. Might he be a part of your team too?
Goro Akechi. Goro Akechi. No.
So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. Very well. So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me.
I mean, you're the one that proposed to me. What's there to bargain? I'm a high schooler, technically. I don't think I can bring much to the table here.
Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice.
Of course,
Your
I have to
teammates
chase that dream.
sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to
Hanging
defend
up
their honor?
on a noose
Why won't
in
you
a
talk
desert
about that?
and then become a counter guardian. Yes, that is a hero of justice, right? Because then you can feed all the Sebas you ever wanted.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide.
You just
such
gotta be
things.
summoned to Chaldea. Justice on my side.
Justice? Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of?
What is the most Shiro answer here? What am I saying? The most Shiro answer is saving others. He would forgive anybody.
Saving
I think.
others? What an awfully simple response. You continue to stand firm.
Who has he not
Are
forgiven?
you implying that we have no evidence?
Gil.
You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a
Kotomine.
fairy tale. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth.
Does he ever forgive Media? I don't remember.
Truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story.
Let me just get the cat here, and he can give you whatever it is he gave me, and you can experience it for yourself. Yeah, what about the one behind the mental shutdowns?
You're still...
Oh man, the drugs are wearing off.
Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
Truth serum, how sci-fi of you. I feel like I'm forgetting something important.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
We've had a lot of conversations about pancakes.
Like that if you hadn't heard me.
A lot of pancake conversations. Especially ever since Abby came about.
Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't
We
be able
really
to
wish
speak
you
with
were a
any longer.
Sith Lord. Sith are cool. As long as you don't get corrupted by evil, the Sith are probably a little bit, better than the Jedi in the grand scheme of things. But don't you want to win here, Nijima?
Huh?
Just roll XA.
What are you getting at?
He wants to be a Sith Lord, not be in a Sith Lord.
I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
Or with a Sith Lord. If I remember.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go?
Light side Sith all the way. Isn't that just a gray Jedi?
Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
There's some proper phrase for it, I feel.
Hey. Hey, are you listening?
That or a very specific build for Jedi Knights Jedi Academy. That game was so fun. But the Sith ending was so freaking hard, man. Oh, that was so difficult. Do you know where we are?
Do you mean this interrogation room? Why wouldn't I know about it? What an odd thing to ask. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's
Yes.
true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Did the stream just die? Hang on. Did stream just go bye-bye? No, is it just my... Okay, I think it might have just been my thing. Let's say it's the way, peace is light, there is only passion, through passion I gain strength. The Jedi either deny emotion or claim it's evil. The Jedi are designed to be flawed. That is true. That is true. The Jedi are sadly misguided. You still up on your end? Okay, it must have just been my laptop that funked out or something.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to...
But I get what you mean by a light-sided Sith now.
It's all up to you, leader.
I get what you mean by light-sided Sith. So a Sith that relies on the positive emotions in life rather than the negatives of anger and hate. But a Sith that relies more upon love and happiness. Alright.
Okay then.
They are a cult of kidnappers.
Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
You know, you're technically not wrong.
Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
And originally government-sponsored kidnappers at that. I'd like to make a deal.
Yes, very well. Go on. If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
Humility. Humility. That'd be a harder emotion. A confiscated item.
Confiscated? You mean this phone? It's yours,
You just
isn't
use
it?
all the emotions.
I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time
All
until it's
the
cracked.
emotions.
What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta
You know,
figure out a
for
way
an
to-
excellent hacker, Futaba takes a long time to do stuff.
That's right. I'm sure
All
Flora
emotions,
told
huh?
you about it. We need to show it to
But
Latrell.
what emotions would affect the most thing? Actually, I feel like the emotion of embarrassment might give you the strongest force push in all existence, depending on how much embarrassment you use. After all, with embarrassment, you want to be away from others.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day.
Humility is the valuing of others' life before oneself. Yeah, but I mean, that's more of an ideal than an emotion, I feel. I feel like humility is more of an ideal than an emotion, really.
Who am I supposed to show this to? What do you... My God.
Passion is feeling for others. Humility is
You're
fiction that doesn't
referring to
exist.
him, aren't you?
Not necessarily true. Humility is just very hard to find, really. Like, true humility is fairly difficult. Just because,
What are you plotting?
yes, every human has an instinctive desire
But it appears
to
my
live.
time is up.
And
As far as our
asking somebody to
conversation can go,
throw away their
this will
life
be my last
without
involvement with this
any
case.
thought of what would happen, if it would only be to save others,
I've listened to your whole story, so
Being
I may as well
truly-
play along to the end. And
every
that
action you do is
honest look in your
egotistical.
eyes.
That is
I used to view
that
the
is
world
true
the
as
same
well.
way too once.
That is why pride
I'll
is the
place my
deadliest
bet
of the
on
7
you.
deadly
I just
sins,
need to show him the phone, right?
as was taught to me by a good show. Feels as if finally understands me. As taught to me by the show Charmed, many years ago.
Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart.
Okay, there's definitely some different enunciation here than compared to Maruki's. I guess Maruki's and Kasumi's were recorded later, like for the Royal expansion show, so I suppose maybe the voice actor decided to go with a different tone. Try to avoid desiring others while being just to feel proud of myself, which is why I hate myself. That and hating myself just feels right.
Alright. Alright.
We can now make Satan. Satan, the ultimate persona of the judgment. Makes sense, too. It does make sense. But is it actually Satan?
I'll be going now.
Yes, I did fully watch the abridged
What will
series.
this do, though?
It was the same one that I didn't care for, but watching the prologue episode involving Rin definitely it colored my opinions for the better.
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
Actually, Satan is a true
Same
hero
reason
of
you
justice.
I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
Yeah, he's just an unpaid intern, isn't he?
I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
Ah, you were doing the Wreck-It Ralph
So it was
reference.
you,
Ah, yes. Wreck-It Ralph, that was a good
sold
one.
out the Phantom Thieves.
Wreck-It Ralph, that's a good one. I haven't watched the second one
Who am
yet.
I supposed to show this to?
Is the second Wreck-It Ralph good, Red Velvet? Out of curiosity? Have you seen it? Or actually, has anybody seen the second Wreck-It Ralph? Is it good? I know it had a I know it was kind of pandering with the Disney reference.
Akechi-kun, does this phone...
Doing that should only be... No, as in you guys haven't seen it. Sad. Okay. Doing that should be done only with others while being in mind with any sense of value for
It
oneself.
belonged to the leader of the
You
Phantom
heard it was
Thieves.
trash.
I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
That's sad.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Doing good shouldn't feel
Foolish one.
good. I can somewhat see where you're going with that line of thought there, Destructive.
May I ask that you accompany
Where
me?
the fact that
Bring
you
in
get a
unarmed
sense of
interrogating
satisfaction
makes
when
me
you do
uncomfortable.
something good kind of makes it egotistical to a degree.
Huh? What are you?
But then by that,
I
out of
thank you for all of
curiosity,
this.
with that logic,
That's right.
by that
You
logic,
and your little friends
would
were
a
vital to our
if a
plan.
sociopath,
And now
somebody
it
who
will be
can't really
complete.
feel emotions,
Your
did
popularity truly
good
was quite
things,
stunning.
would
just
that,
made you
since
the
they
all the
aren't
more
doing it for the
worthwhile.
satisfaction of themselves, would that make them not egotistical? If they're just doing it to do it? Because, I mean, they're not getting any satisfaction. Oh, they can feel emotions. Oh.
Have you finally pieced it all together?
Okay. I thought I had a tangent there, but...
Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
that smile. And it's no wonder this game is rated M for mature. But also from doing the wrong thing. It dead. How does that barrel... Okay, hold up. That barrel should have blood covering it. Just saying, that was point blank shot in the forehead. And Akechi, you should know better than that. A headshot, I don't think would have make that much blood that quickly. And there would be more blood. There would be like blood from the eyes, blood from the nose. Come on, Akechi, you're a professional hitman.
Regardless, all that's left is
Technically.
to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making
I guess he hasn't actually killed anybody in person, has he?
only amplify public frenzy.
He's an amateur hitman.
Have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want
For
to
me, it
avenge their
looks
leader?
like at 12.
They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide
And you
rate
know,
now.
to somebody truly observant, by the way, that moment there should be like an indication that there is more going on on Akechi's side of things, because he knows that Morgana's more than a mere cat. So, to a truly
Perhaps he'll be
observant
struck by
person,
a mysterious illness sometime soon.
Akechi, you act fast.
Even me. God damn it.
Pulling the light Yagami play.
What was all that about, showing him this phone? The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Skill.
Oro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Eliminate.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well.
You know, given that it said it's one of ours, I'm pretty sure that's an obvious point.
You want me to save him?
And into the metaverse or out of the metaverse? One of the two.
Huh?
Out of it.
What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Ooh, a new Camelot trailer has dropped a couple hours ago. Interesting.
It's Ketchikan. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
Gonna have to mute that.
You?
I'm not looking at chat for a minute. I want to watch this trailer.
No. If you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Betty.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust no
Mashu.
one. Forget this
Da
ever
Vinci. Arash. The Lion King. They're going to actually show the slaughter.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who is...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Poor Betty.
So he got caught.
Ozzy.
That group sure was something.
Sunzong. Cursed Arm.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idol thing?
Serenity.
You know? That cool?
What a surprise to think that the one behind all this is just a minor. Considering how quickly they announced his arrest,
Agravain.
must surely be confident in the outcome.
Tristan. Mo.
Well, I'll be.
Come on, show Gramps. Show Gramps.
Wow, it's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
12-5 Roadshow. Okay. I like the new trailer.
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
Today? Yes. Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal. Right.
The new trailer is awesome.
The police
I cannot wait for Argotron. And for Spring Song. They frickin' announced Spring Song's American release date. Finally! November. 1 month. Huzzah.
I lost it this whole time.
Spring Song comes to the United States.
Well, your grades are excellent.
In the
And
fall.
You're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply.
Yes.
That one phantom thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
There's a lot of reasons to turn to a life of crime, sadly. A lot of reasons.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now.
You know, I wonder if you progress Haru enough that she breaks up with this douche. If this scene would change.
To alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in custody.
This station
You
will
can delay the
continue to
reward
report any further
and
updates
train to
from
change.
live.
Or taking out the person's 17 or complete, but in the end, the brain just except for Deer Dagger. Oh no, wait. What's the Deer Dagger at for, Velvet? What did I do?
It can't be.
Ah, the sleazy fiance. Yes, indeed.
We got him.
Sleazy fiance, indeed. And you're not wrong there, Mordred. Behavioral science does back you up on that fact, indeed.
It would seem as though you have been killed. But why were you killed? Why did you have to die?
Because people die when they are
Do you
killed.
remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy. Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
Except people who don't, like Herc. I mean, Dr. Gilgamesh would have some more to say contrary to that point. First time I sent something off, that's right, it was during the school festival.
Hey, they're going.
We want to
You
chit
realized
chat.
it too, then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way you
Dr.
could've
Gil doesn't
reacted
kill
like that
anyone.
if he
You're
hadn't
right.
heard me.
You're right. He instead revives he performs an emergency heart and eye transplant to a young girl.
Probably.
Dr. Gil
What
is
was your
best
social
doctor.
studies trip? We met him in the
Dr.
hallways
House
at
could learn a
train
thing or two from him.
There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy.
Sketchy. Sketchy a catchy. Research. Research.
That was my plan too. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right away. There's something else we want you to look into.
Thank you for talking, Morgana.
One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
You can do it.
I agree.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
So it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan. That's perfect.
Keeping a secret from me.
Don't worry, I'll tell you the details later.
Tell me the details later. Me? Vitaly's going to do something. Wonder if it'll be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Treating me means only feel rewarded if it gets no benefit for itself.
I see. So we're going to
I
use
myself
this
see the spirit
place.
already as some kind
It'll
of
be a
reward.
gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet. There are still things
Deep
that
conversations.
must be done.
Memories are starting to become clearer. Despair is a punishment for mortal weakness and stupidity. Also, the method you would use would be very illegal. Yeah. Despair is justified. You have no right to complain. You over there just sipping your apple juice. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm sort of split focus between game, keeping up with the conversation, you know, trying to think if there's any place I can inject here, but, you know, I mean, you both have very valid points to a degree. Like, despair as a punishment is not an incorrect way of thinking. Are they arrested with the Phantom Thieves? No way. Didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserves to die. We can finally breathe easy now. He killed himself, huh? I guess we'll never know his motivation. And yeah, there are many ways to change, like, how people would act. That is, because unconscious is about to fade away.
Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination.
You're assuming church would ever feel good. True enough. I mean, there are ways that you can break someone along those lines. Though, like Mordred did say, they are all illegal, which is kind of dark. Memories I thought were gone are starting to come back. Memories.
Are you listening?
I am listening. I hear all. I see all.
We need to talk about how to get out of this situation.
Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental
Al,
shutdowns.
hold on. Destructive. What is that first one? Algo legend. I can't even pronounce that word.
As he suggests,
Memories.
we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police.
One more night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even if they weren't so done.
I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police.
How have you gone so long without feeling a chill down your spine, Yusuke?
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
Why don't we do that then?
This really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him.
And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time.
I mean, that's technically not a wrong statement there, Haru.
Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac.
Ah,
Gotta take that
gotcha.
bastard to catch you down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere.
the grand mastermind behind this all. An unimaginable
Grand
feat
mastermind.
capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
You have a very poor imagination if that kind of thing is unimaginable, Makoto. Just saying.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it.
That would be a painful thing to happen.
Choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested, and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace.
Lobotomy would also probably, just interjecting a lobotomy could probably also achieve some similar things there, Mordred.
Use the palace to our advantage.
Still highly illegal, but, you know.
There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really?
You gotta be kidding me.
If he wants to kill
It's
the
very
guy,
Pavlovian.
that is, inside of a palace. Yes. We
That
could
line
have
of
him kill
thinking.
the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one. Yeah, that's it. It seems that's
I
our
like
only
how
option.
the desk
We can't
has the
close
little
that one.
stick figure thing on it in this
plan for how we can
background,
carry this
when I
operation
literally
out.
just put it there the night before the whole heist. I guess the game isn't that complex that it would save such things, like your room layout.
However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
Fetch him. Look, I'm a package.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan.
Wow, she
I'm
really
sorry that I caused you
has
so
no
much
secrets
trouble
with you,
this
does she?
past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big bastard.
I'll have you know my parents were married. Lame joke is lame, but a little bit of levity.
You're not floating.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still,
Probably.
How'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told
Hmm.
anything? I heard my sister brought him here.
If I'm considered dead, then I'm
Yeah,
technically
she came over in a
cleared of
taxi,
all
dumped him off,
charges,
and
aren't
told me
I?
to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too.
And actually,
almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell
I've never
Boss what
looked
really
up
happened?
look it up myself, but now that just made me think of
We wanted to
something.
make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
If you're in prison for the death penalty and you legally
What we
die
did
but then are
was make that enemy kill
revived,
his fake in the
have you technically served your sentence?
Hold on a sec. Enemy?
Or is there like
Fake?
details for how long you have
What
to
are you
legally
talking
be dead for the death penalty too?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up.
Morbid
goal
thought,
was
but
to
something I
determine
want to
their
follow
identity.
now.
True culprit. I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
He messed up.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither
Yeah,
you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words,
Difficult
you left him
topic,
alone on
difficult
purpose.
topic.
That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this?
I mean,
mistake
destructive.
Akechi made?
Just based on the
What did he do?
just slightly based on your earlier statement of how you can make yourself tolerate pain by just reminding yourself of that with your conviction. Maybe you might not have complete control over yourself, but you do have at least some control, it seems.
Does that mean he said
just from what you said
as well?
earlier, but I mean,
But you don't understand
like,
him,
complete
do
control
you?
of oneself.
That's how it was for all of us at first too.
Like, I can somewhat see where that line of thought would come from, where you
Once
can't
you hear that and your brain
have
realizes he can actually
control
talk, you start to understand him in reality.
to a
It's
degree.
change in cognition.
Only a little bit, but
Thanks to Akechi's lame.
I don't think I've been in your
figured out something was
shoes
up.
exactly. Control is an illusion.
At the school festival?
You're not wrong there,
I
Margaret.
just realized Mona could talk, but we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Also, I forgot how long these cutscenes can be.
I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here.
Well, isn't punishment
Oh,
a
I'm
method of
mistaken.
control?
I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
I mean, it is a line of thought that
Mona was the
you
only
punish
one who was talking
people
about a
to
pancake.
control them.
Akechi'd already been in the metaverse.
The fact that you don't learn from your
Since he was
punishments
lying to us about that, we
means that you
assumed
haven't
he had a
learned.
motive behind contacting us.
It's
Seemed
it's a
odd upon
weird,
further thought.
weird line of thought.
His reaction to my
No
pancake
good comes from it.
comment
Yeah, I
was
can
an
agree
honest
with
one
that,
after all.
though. I can agree with that. We got lucky.
That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that.
We are trained from your parents and
That's why
society
the
to act in
Sabotage
certain
had to borrow
ways.
Happy's phone.
You're not
I
wrong.
pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
So if Futaba would just like open her email on Akechi's phone and download the bug, because that's the only thing I can think of is how she managed to install an app, install a bug like that.
After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods.
Why did your dad always tell you you're rebellious and have a bad attitude despite your efforts to the contrary?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that?
You want to comply to
Security
please
questioning
him,
will occur on the first day. And with that room, my
but you
task
couldn't
will be
please
simple.
him.
Is this for real?
I mean, the fact that you did try, though, it doesn't sound like you're a failure. It sounds more along the lines of either,
plan to get rid of
and
that guard from
forgive
the
me if I, like, cause any hurt feelings or anything for this, but it does sound very much like he either had very unrealistic expectations that you couldn't hope to meet, and if he did have such things, then, you know, there was nothing you could have done. Like, it's not a fault on your part, it's a fault on his part for expecting something that could not be done. He's the failure for failing to put forth realistic expectations
There's
for
someone
you
else commanding Akechi.
to do.
Someone with great authority.
Because, I mean, rebelliousness is an inevitability.
That's why we had to make a move before they did.
We're taught in school to question things, to be rebellious, you know? To question how the world works, why things work in such ways. We learn that kind of stuff. In a way that is a bit of rebelliousness. We question our parents as to why does this, why does that, and sometimes that can develop into other methods.
Cognitive world.
We're sorry for using you without your permission.
Had to reload.
Your palace
Pride
has
is something
all the
you felt in the
conditions we
past
need.
and probably will feel in the future by accident, but you need to punish
conditions?
yourself for feeling it.
First,
I mean,
we were
pride
hired a place
isn't
inside the
necessarily
world that was the
a
same
bad
as in
thing.
reality.
Too much pride, overconfidence, and the like, yes, it can be, but like, small amounts of pride don't necessarily need to be punished. Like I said, it does seem, just based on the brief bit you said, that your dad had very unrealistic expectations, and he wasn't, you didn't fail, he was setting you up for failure, it seems like, which is a failure on his part, because you can't fail something that is impossible to do. It sounds to me that is completely and totally fair. I'm just offering my opinion, you know. That brings back memories.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any
Like I said, I
sources
don't.
around.
I only get these brief snapshots, these brief things that you tell me. So I don't have the full picture. I will freely admit that. I could just be talking and not knowing the full scope of the situation. But just based on what I've seen, that's just what my thought process is leading me to. We had to trust the plan.
And it was
All according to
the best
Kikuku.
decision we could have made.
Did I pronounce that right?
Makoto is
It's been a
normally
while
so
since
calm
I've
as
said that
well.
word
But
or
once her
heard it.
mind is set, she gets
Kikuku.
oddly impulsive.
Is that right pronunciation?
I did have a bit
Or is it
of a
Kikaiku?
rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
No, you joined the Phantom Thieves so that you didn't have to sell your body to fulfill Kanashiro's 10 million yen debt he saddled you with. So, don't lie,
I
Makoto.
heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm
It's
sorry.
pronounced data.
Go on.
Ugly ass picture on the TV
There were
troll
two things we
TV
were
tropes
able to
page for a
confirm while we were
troll.
checking the metaverse. First, our clothes
I
didn't
honestly have not
change when
looked
we were
that.
down in the
Hang
interrogation
on.
room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper
What does the
were
TV
same
tropes
as in the
troll
real world.
image look like?
Once we heard that from
Huh.
Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
Okay, that's a
There's
fu-
also
that's
one more thing we absolutely need.
that's a very interesting picture of a troll. Not what I was expecting.
Replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced.
Feeling
this
that you
would
tell
work.
different stuff
They
from
looked no
what you
different
actually
from
think and
actual
actually
living
know
people.
it too.
After that, we just had to work our way
I
into the
mean,
palace like usual.
he could also
Like
just be
Akechi
true.
in the dark.
Anything is possible. I'm inclined to believe
Everything went as planned up until we
more than I
defeated
am
his
to
shadow.
disbelieve,
However, it was then
which
that
is
we were met
probably
with a
something
terrifying,
wrong, you know,
unexpected
because you
police
can get
ambush.
burned from
As a
trusting,
result,
and I've been
even
burned
though
from
we
trusting
managed to grab
somebody
the treasure,
far too
we
much.
couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
So,
Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking
where
the
did you
treasure.
hide the
This was because we knew
briefcase?
the police
Although I
would
shouldn't
come
ask this
for us.
question considering how I'm carrying around a literal armory on me.
And just as expected, he totally took
And a
the bait.
pharmacy, probably. And a cafe.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
Also, good lord, this has been almost a straight hour of cutscenes.
But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Which does go to asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later. Which just begs the question, how incompetent of a programmer is Igor? Or how good of one is
He
Futaba?
had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
Dude, I had just gotten
That's why you
beat
gave
up
me your
and
phone.
drugged.
I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see
So
that for
they're not
myself.
fine, but you wish you were them. I think everybody gets that kind of satisfaction. They're destructive. RPGs and that kind of stuff, it is a great escape. You can insert yourself... Star Wars The Old Republic. You can insert yourself into a role and detach yourself from the consequences that would befall upon you. You know?
All I could do was try to
I've had
handle
that
all
feeling
the
many a
messages
times.
That started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse.
You don't identify
Albeit for a
as
brief
them,
moment.
but You can control them. You control how their fates and that kind of stuff. I get... Okay, now I'm getting a bit more where you're coming from.
We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from
Sith
running into
purebloods.
assassination.
Huh. Astounding.
Pure-blooded
I hadn't the
Sith.
slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade.
Are we still talking about Star Wars or Harry Potter here?
Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
I'll have you know, I am rank 5 all across the board. I am kind, I'm smart, I'm gutsy, I'm charming, and I'm very proficient. So, of course, I could charm you in such an easily short amount of time.
Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the truth.
Try to live in a
about
fantasy.
Plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
Getting lost in fantasy is a pastime of
The reason
mine.
you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Something I go into many...
Plus,
You have a fair amount of points. I'm pretty sure you probably do. You probably do. You can make use of the new channel points feature I implemented in. It won't go into effect until the next FGO stream, but...
But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Lazy police.
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene.
Oh,
Just passed
frickin'
along
Lord.
a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
So naturally try and make myself and not myself a fiction character match something in the work of fiction in video games.
We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
I mean, this is a somewhat morbid line of thought, but
Escape with Nijima-san's help.
video games as a form of escapism, it's a very popular form of escapism at that,
Thanks
but
to
like,
that, nobody knows he survived.
big picture-wise, just because I can see
I
it,
can't believe what they
very
did.
few people actually amount to anything worthwhile.
And even drugs is
In the
utterly
big picture,
abnormal.
it's more in the small
People lost
picture that
consciousness
people
and hadn't been able
amount
tell
to
Sis
something,
about
that they have
the
some
phone.
sort of impact
Died.
on
I'm
things.
truly glad
Somewhat the
he
butterfly
made it
effect,
back
really.
safe.
You know? It was a breeze.
How tough are you?
I got rank 5
It
guts.
still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated
Excuse
to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with
Yeah,
that,
but with that many
we couldn't
points,
help
you
but
could
worry for him
very
and my
easily
friends.
control the order in which I rank up my
I
servants,
knew right away that her
if
plan
you so
worked out.
desired.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
It's been like a
We
day
knew he was
that you had to
alive,
avoid this
but
place,
it was
so...
difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
Probably.
Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
Act on
You
pure
saved me, after
impulse.
That's reassuring to hear.
Acting purely on
I'll do
impulse?
whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
I mean, that kind of lifestyle would be a very interesting lifestyle, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, and feel free to
Try
use
to
the
live
first
life in
floor if you
fantasy.
guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave.
A fair point.
Plus, you won't make much.
A very fair
progress
point
if
there,
people
Mordred.
Hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Summary of the story has been updated to this point. Woo! Punished myself, Soul Draco.
Sounds familiar.
To a part that acts normally in all day life and myself and thinks on different stuff all the time. Oh, I can agree with you there.
Certificate of the principal offender, correct?
My thoughts are pretty much always going off on different tangents to what's going on.
More importantly,
like,
done well with
some aspects of my job are just like clockwork, almost robotic in nature, and I can just go through the motions and just like have my and just drift off and just like go through all these things. Ibrat Alsu. The fact that he is so powerful that he doesn't even remember threatening to sue a kid that pushed him is shameful.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible.
Also, I'm pretty sure, isn't Joker taller than Shido, so he's not much of a brat.
That this election is mine.
Maybe Shido just is jealous of Joker's hair.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy
Still
announcement
despise
nears.
work.
Candidates will announce on the 23rd
Sadly,
of this month.
work is
Voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Work is an inevitability to
Elections, huh?
life
Don't matter to
sometimes.
us. It's not like we can vote in him yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Sometimes it is.
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back.
Not really, not anymore.
We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured
Oh.
out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said,
How so?
Shido-san.
Shido. Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Corrupt director dude from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Oh, that's a reference I didn't expect to hear in a long time. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
He said his speech was too
I remember the original cartoon. Okay, maybe not the original cartoon, but I remember cartoons of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Oh, nostalgia blast, Velvet.
Nothing material. However, there
Nostalgia
are various conditions
blast,
which
much
align
like the
with
brain
Apple's
blast.
First, he would profit from damage done to
What
the
were their
current
names?
administration
Alvin,
by breakdowns.
Theodore,
He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime
Chester the
Minister if
third
he wins
one?
this upcoming election.
I can't remember.
No.
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
Simon,
He
that's
is
the
behind all
name.
this. That would be in stark opposition to his
Simon.
honest public image.
Never would have guessed it.
So his current position and popularity.
Actions
is
aren't
just
inherently
him
pure evil or
benefiting
good, but the
from
emotions
mental
that fuel them
collapses.
are.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes.
Do 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 do.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had.
Also
from my
depends on
previous
fuel.
job.
Yeah, that is a fair point.
I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was
Most evil emotion is hatred, and the definition of good is desire for others' well-being.
So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if
I
He would've
would
just killed
probably.
no doubt. That's what he usually does.
Whoops! I'm literally just swirling my mask around on my fingers. I didn't realize it was making such a noise. Oh, I swear, I was literally just swirling a mask around on my fingers. But I agree with you at that destructive. Hatred is the most evil of emotions.
I would never have imagined all of this was
Good, the desire for
mental
others'
shutdowns, psychotic
well-being.
breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes prime minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler.
I would tend to agree on
This
that
is
good
nothing more than yet another
definition
selfish
too.
adult trying to impose his will on the public.
Off of first thought, I would agree with that definition of good as well.
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's
Hatred
take
for
some
classmates in elementary school, among other evils. I can sympathize with you there, Destructive. I mean, maybe not hatred exactly, but... And it is something I am honestly ashamed of having done when I was a kid. But there was a kid that when I was in elementary school, like first, second, third grade, kindergarten even, that... See, I had my best friend through all these years, and there was this other kid that really wanted to be friends with him as well, and I just didn't like him, and I'm ashamed to admit it, but I bullied him, which, and I do regret it, and I wish I could apologize to him, but I haven't had the chance, sadly. We have to change his art. Hatred is the emotion you get then a danger did something bad to you, and you try to prevent it from happening again by destroying the danger.
He will be a worthy opponent.
So even if I don't hate anyone now, I have love, but isn't good enough to make me a good person.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet built.
Desire for others to suffer is
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all
True.
this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means
Thank you, Persona 5 Joker 2, for the follow.
It's best we hurry before
A very
we
thematic
discover there's no
name.
body in the morgue.
Our battle will be legendary. Kung Fu Panda.
Reminds me.
Watch the first one. I've watched the animated series. I've not seen the second one or the third one, though.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal. We'll be making use
Since
of
when
the
did you
police
become
privilege
judge,
of the
jury, and
leader of the
executioner,
Phantom Thieves committed
Makoto?
suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal. Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
40 chess.
Intellectuals, you know.
That's
Nice
why
joke,
he
Ryuji.
made such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
I think it is. I'm alive.
Kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
So they all turn to stare at me.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against...
Okay, I'm sorry, Shido, you do not look
Because of
young.
that, those who wanted to preemptively
No, I'm not
deal
sorry.
with problems tried to
Shido, you look like an old fart. Who's trying to be hip.
Fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the
Pride is
research
against
on
your
cognition
nature.
that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's
To see
future.
everything objectively, so you have to see the logic and
My
emotions.
faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power.
Sadly, not everything
It would be troublesome if someone
is
else uncovered
logical
the
when it
works.
comes to emotions, sadly.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it?
No one should have to
That
suffer whether they deserve it or
researcher.
not. I agree with
She
that
wouldn't have had
sentiment.
to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After
I mean,
all,
yes, I suppose to a
we had an
degree there is some logic and emotions.
director on our side.
So that's what psychology is about, I suppose.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to
True.
secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests.
Shido, you're in Japan. You're in Japan, not America, Shido.
Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
Sorry for that brief political
There's
comment.
no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
If you know the reason for your emotions, they suddenly look more like logic than emotions, which is why instead of self-control, it's only a matter of what emotions I have
Which is
in
why
way.
I made them
There is not
suspects.
determine what decisions I make in
Prosecute the
life.
targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought
Yes,
things
I can
might
see
become
points.
somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
Looking deeply into your emotions, understanding them, finding the reasons behind them, you can find the logical threads there. Like, logically, I can see why some of the girls, women that I've felt feelings for in the past, I can logically look back and see why I felt such emotions.
Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and their dissolving
Emotions you have outweigh the others, and that determine what decisions you make in life.
The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this
You've never been in love.
for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only
Love, I mean,
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
affection for an anime character. I can't say for sure, for certain that I've never felt love.
can't be avoided. That is my duty.
I felt things that I feel like might have been love, but until I have received love from somebody else, I don't think that I will be able to understand if what I had felt in the past was
With
love.
this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my
Excuse
story
me.
will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll
Yeah, sadly that is,
studies.
that's not word for word what my most recent, which was, even then, it's like years ago. Good lord, that saddens me.
The future, though.
But yeah.
Well, how do I put this?
Looks like things have finally settled down. But yeah. That's kind of that's almost like exactly what my, the last girl that I had feelings for said. When I did the first time I ever did and confessed my feelings, she said that she did not physically or sexually see me in that kind of light. Which was sad, admittedly. Now it's gonna get really busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
She's right, let's take it easy for today. Let me free!
Hey,
These chains are binding me down. Such chains.
So,
By the way, the police reporting your death isn't going to show up on your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked out some deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine. And I guess if they reported to your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. I didn't even mention that I was going to be ending this stream here. But yeah, it is time for me to end the stream. This has gone beyond my normal time, so I'll be calling it here. Friday's stream will be Dark Souls. We'll be returning there. And Sunday, my birthday, the stream will be Fate. So I hope to see you guys then. For now, though, I've been Solar Actor, and hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.